Hello and welcome to another maths video. This one we're going to talk about outliers. Plenty of math watching to do on this YouTube channel. Excellent. Outliers. Bit of a controversial topic definition-wise. Bit hard to get your head around, but now we're actually going to look at formally defining what an outlier is. So if you're not already half aware, an outlier is a unique score, or a score that does not seem to fit. Unique score that doesn't seem to fit. Let's go with that for our definition. That doesn't seem to fit. So if I draw some data up, so say I drew up the scores 3, 4, 7, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 142. Straight away, most of us can say, well, this thing here did not look like it should be there. 142 is going to be an outlier, and yeah, it is an outlier. So 142 doesn't fit with this data. It is weird. We might expect something's gone wrong with the sampling process in this case. Okay, so someone's telling you their height is, 8 meters. You probably should be a little bit hesitant as to what is going on. So, well, that's great. Mathematically, what is going on? Can we be a little bit more formal? And yes, we can. So an outlier, the definition mathematically is any score less than Q1 minus 1.5 times the interquartile range, which is a little bit fancy. We'll do the greater one, then I'll do an example just to give you some clarity on this. The greater one is greater than Q3 plus 1.5 times the interquartile range. And this is a formal definition for outliers. You will see it again and again. Any higher math does certainly use that definition. Let's grab an example. Let's look at what this actually means. So let's get some scores. Let's say our scores are going to be 10, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 18, and let's go 20, and we'll also put a 32 in here. So the question is, well, 10 doesn't look like an outlier, probably not. Really, is 32 here going to be an outlier? Let's have a look. So what we need, well, our definition says we need Q1 and the interquartile range, or Q3 and the interquartile range. So let's have a look at finding those two. So Q1, Q3 are 4 quarters. Firstly, the median, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So median here is going to be 15. Okay, that's 4 scores either side, 4 there, 4 here. This is Q2, or the median. Okay, that's 15. Q1, that does not get included. You can forget about that score. Q1, the middle of these 4 scores here is going to be between these two. So Q1 here is the average, which is 10.5. Okay. On this side, my Q3, my third quartile is going to be 19. The average of those two, 19. So my interquartile range then is going to be 19 minus 10.5. And I think you'll find that's going to be 8.5. At this point, I'm wishing I rigged my numbers to get something a little bit easier. But anyway, interquartile range here is 8.5. So, definitions, making sense of these two, trying to put them in context. What we're saying here, for less than outliers, less than Q1 minus 1.5 times the interquartile range, this is Q1 here. the interquartile range is 8.5. So between here and here is 8.5. If I take interquartile range multiplied by 1.5, that's going to get me 12.75. If you don't believe me, go and put 8.5 into your calculator. 8.5 multiplied by 1.5 should be, I believe, 12.75. So, if I'm looking at this one here, Q1 minus 1.5 times the interquartile range is the same as Q1, which was 10.5, minus 12.75. And I believe that is minus 2.25. So, by this definition, any score less than minus 2.25 will be an outlier. So my lowest score is 10. 10 is not an outlier because it's greater than, 10 is greater than minus 2.25. If I had a score, say, minus 4, that would be an outlier because it's less than minus 2.25. That's down this end here, Q1, minus this side here, 1.5 times the interquartile range, minus 12.75. My other definition up the top end of the scale, Q3 plus 1.5 times the interquartile range, that's Q3 there. So this would be 19 plus 1.5 times the interquartile range by 1.5, it's the same thing, plus 12.75. So add those two together, that's going to get me 31.75, I think it is. So any score greater than Q3, 19, Q3, 19, 1.5 times the interquartile range, that's that there, that's that there, get that from down here. 19 plus 12.75, take that interquartile range there, 1.5 lots of that is 31.75. So any score greater than 31.75 will be an outlier. So 32 here is an outlier. I can conclude that mathematically. 32 is an outlier. My pen is busted. Okay, but 32 is an outlier because it's greater than our bounds. Our definition here, this bit here, important to know, make sure you write that down. Okay, and we'll just test it using that criteria. And the bottom one, Q1 minus that distance, then we had Q3 minus the distance, Q3 plus distance above, 12.75, 12.75, because IQR by 1.5. Okay, the outlier definitions, I don't think they're given to you in your exam, so it's worth remembering them. You do need to know how to use them because they can be a little bit tricky. That's it for outliers. Thanks for watching. If you need more examples, again, let me know. Comment on the video. Send me an email if you've got access to my email. Do whatever. Send a carrier pigeon if you need to. I'll try and get you another video if you do need more help on that. All the best with your examples.